There is money in the Social Security system with your name on it, and most of the people it belongs to have never been told to go get it. I am talking about widows, about retired teachers, about firefighters and police officers and federal employees, people who worked their whole lives or whose spouses did, and were told years ago that they were not eligible for Social Security benefits. That advice was wrong. The law changed, and now Social Security may owe you thousands of dollars, possibly tens of thousands, in back pay that is sitting there unclaimed right now. Now, this does not apply to everyone watching, but if you receive a government pension from a job that did not pay into Social Security, or if your spouse did, this video is specifically for you. And if you are a widow who was told your survivor benefit was zero because of something called the government pension offset, stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you could change your financial situation immediately. At the end of this video, I am going to give you the exact phone number to call and the exact words to say. That is all it takes to start the process. What WEP and GPO were and why they hurt so many. For 42 years, from 1983 until January 2025, there were two rules buried inside Social Security that quietly took money away from millions of Americans. They were called the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. Now, I am not going to spend a lot of time on the history. What matters is what they did and who they hurt. WEP reduced the Social Security retirement benefit of anyone who worked a government job that did not pay into Social Security, while also working other jobs that did. So if you were a public school teacher in Texas or Ohio or California, and you also worked a private sector job or a summer job that paid into Social Security, WEP took a chunk of that benefit away. The average WEP reduction was $360 a month. Permanently. But GPO was different. GPO was harsher, and GPO is why so many widows are owed money right now. GPO targeted spousal and survivor benefits, the benefits a wife or husband could receive based on their spouse's Social Security record. Here's how it worked. If you had a government pension and your pension was, say, $3,000 a month, GPO would reduce your spousal or survivor Social Security benefit by 2/3 of that pension. 2/3 of $3,000 is $2,000. So if your husband's Social Security survivor benefit would have given you $1,800, GPO subtracted $2,000 from that. The result was zero. You got nothing, and you were told, do not bother applying, your benefit will be zero anyway. By December 2023, the last month these rules applied, 71% of everyone affected by GPO had their entire spousal or survivor benefit wiped to zero. 71%. And 83% of those people were women, mostly widows. The law changed. What changed and what you may be owed now. On January 5th, 2025, President Biden signed the Social Security Fairness Act into law. With one signature, both WEP and GPO were repealed, gone, permanently. Social Security now calculates your benefit as if those provisions never existed, and the law was made retroactive to January 2024, meaning the higher benefit should be paid going back to January 2024. Now, if you were already receiving a reduced benefit, SSA should have already sent you a lump sum payment and raised your monthly check. By July 2025, the SSA had sent $17 billion in retroactive payments to 3.1 million people. But there is a second group, and this second group is the reason I made this video. These are the people who were never receiving a benefit at all because they were told not to bother applying. These are the widows whose survivor benefit was going to be zero. These are the spouses whose spousal benefit was going to be zero. Nobody called them. Nobody sent them a letter. The SSA does not automatically pay benefits to people who never applied. So right now, there are thousands of widows sitting at home who are owed $700, $1,000, even $1,190 a month in restored benefits, and they have no idea. One forum post that has been shared thousands of times reads, "Mom's survivor benefit was zero for 15 years because of her teacher pension. She just got a check for almost $40,000. Is this real?" It is real. That is real money, and your situation may be the same. The clock is ticking. Why every month matters. Here is the part I need you to understand clearly. If you were in Group 1, you were already receiving a reduced benefit, SSA processed your back pay to January 2024. You were covered automatically. But if you are in Group 2, you never applied because your benefit would have been zero, the rules are different, and this is where it gets urgent. For Group 2, Social Security is only required to pay you 6 months of back pay from the date you apply. Let me say that again. Every month you wait to apply, you lose 1 month of back pay. If you apply today, in June 2026, you can receive back pay going back to December 2025. If you had applied in January 2025 when the law passed, you could have received back pay going back to July 2024. That is potentially 6 more months of benefits at $1,000 or more per month that are now gone simply because of delay. Now, there are senators in Washington right now who are fighting to change this rule. Senators Cassidy and Collins wrote to the SSA in February 2026, arguing that Group 2 should receive back pay all the way to January 2024, just like Group 1. That fight is ongoing. The SSA has not changed its policy yet. So here is my advice. Do not wait for Washington to fix this. Apply now. Get the 6 months you are guaranteed. If the law changes and you are owed more, you can still receive it, but you cannot get back the months you already missed. Do you qualify? The 4-question check. Let me walk you through 4 simple questions. If you answer yes to the right combination, you may be owed money right now. Question 1. Did you or did your spouse work a government job where you did not pay into Social Security? This includes public school teachers in most states, police officers, firefighters, federal employees under the old Civil Service Retirement System called CSRS, which covers federal workers hired before 1984, state and county government employees, some city employees. If the answer is yes, keep going. Question 2. Did that government job come with a pension? Not a 401k, not a 403b, a defined benefit pension, a monthly check for life. If yes, keep going. Question 3. Is your spouse or were they covered by Social Security from other work? Private sector jobs, military service after 1956, self-employment where you paid self-employment tax. If yes, keep going. Question 4. Did you ever apply for spousal or survivor Social Security benefits, and were you told the payment would be zero or near zero because of GPO? Or did you simply never apply at all because you assumed the offset would eliminate everything? If you answered yes to these 4 questions, you need to call Social Security because the offset that made your benefit zero no longer exists, and there may be money waiting for you. Exactly what to do right now. Here are your steps. I am going to go through them slowly because I want you to be able to follow along. Step 1. Figure out which situation applies to you. Are you already receiving a Social Security benefit that was reduced by WEP or GPO? If yes, check your bank account and your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. Your monthly benefit should already have increased. You should have received a lump sum. If you see nothing and you know your benefit was reduced, call SSA. Are you someone who never applied at all because GPO would have eliminated your benefit? That is Group 2. That is who this step is most important for. You need to apply now. Step 2. Gather what you need before you call. Have these things ready: your Social Security number, your spouse's Social Security number or your late spouse's if they have passed, your pension information, the name of the pension, the monthly amount, the start date, any prior Social Security correspondence if you have it. Step 3. Call or apply. For spousal or retirement benefits, you can apply online at ssa.gov/apply. But here's something important. Survivor benefits for widows and widowers cannot be applied for online. You must call. The number is 1-800-772-1213. Monday through Friday, 8 in the morning to 7 in the evening. When the automated system asks how it can help you, say these 2 words: Fairness Act. That phrase routes you directly to a representative who is trained specifically on WEP and GPO cases. You will not have to explain the whole history. They know it. Step 4. If you cannot get through, do not give up. SSA has had long wait times because of staffing cuts. If you are on hold for a long time, call back at 8 a.m. Eastern Time when the lines first open. That is the shortest wait window. You can also visit your local Social Security field office in person. Bring the same documents, ask specifically to speak with someone about the Fairness Act and a GPO survivor benefit application. Let me bring this together. For 42 years, 2 rules in the Social Security system quietly took money away from teachers, firefighters, police officers, and federal retirees, and the widows who outlived them. In January 2025, those rules were repealed. Most people who are already receiving a reduced benefit have been taken care of automatically. But there is a second group, people who were told never to bother applying, people whose benefit was going to be 0. And those people have not received a letter. They have not received a phone call. Social Security is not going to come find them. They need to go find Social Security. If that is you, or if that is your mother, your grandmother, your neighbor, please do something with this video today. Share it, or better yet, help them make that call. The number is 1-800-772-1213. Say Fairness Act. That is all it takes to start. You earned this. Your spouse earned this. The system failed you for decades. It does not have to continue. If this helped you, or if you have a question about your specific situation, leave it in the comments. I read every one. And right here is the next video you should watch. I break down exactly how the Fairness Act back pay is being taxed in 2026, and what you can do right now to protect that lump sum from an unexpected tax bill. I will see you in the next one.